Welcome everyone to Everyday Passions, the show where my guests share one of their passions and how they've used that passion to influence or impact the lives of others. My special guest today is Madeline Faiella. Madeline describes herself as a no BS, results-driven mindset coach, mentor, speaker, writer, and international best-selling author who enjoys getting results for her very happy clients. Welcome, Madeline.
Ooh, what an honor. It's always so good to see you, Yvonne. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I am excited to have you here, and I hope we are recording correctly because you look frozen at this point, but I'm going to take it for what it's worth right now.
Let's take it for what it's worth. That's it.
So,
dealing with the techie gremlins.
Exactly. We've been having techie issues all afternoon, but let's get started anyway, and let's make the best of this, even if it's just an audio at this point. So, Madeline, we talked about the show is Everyday Passions. Please share with us what is one of the things that you're truly passionate about in your business or in your life. I know for you it's going to be about business, so share with us about that, please.
You know, it's interesting that you said that, love. It's going to be about business because you're talking to someone who came in on the back end of business. But I think that the biggest thing for me is communication. I love talking to people. I love hearing their ideas. I love supporting people and watching them fly. It just, you know, it's like a selfish generosity.
I love that.
Right? I love that. I absolutely love it, you know, because I know what it's like to be in a position where we need someone to help us fill different gaps, whether it be in our personal or our professional life. There are times, there are places, and there are moments when there are gaps. So I love being that person that fills that gap, you know, hold you up while we connect you from point A to point B. And that's different for everyone. So my passion really is that deep communication with other people.
I love that. And in fact, your background on your steps into the 3 C's that I know it's a part of your signature program, you do have clarity, courage, commitment, and all of those take communication. So I can see how that's an essential part of who you are. So when or how did you really discover that this was a true passion for you?
Wow, that's an interesting question because I think the best answer is the honest answer. Honestly, it came, it left, it came, it left. And it was like, and I want to say this to your audience, all you beautiful people out there, when you peak and ebb and flow, just like the ocean, go with it. There were times when I thought, you know, this is great. All I ever want to do is be on stage, talking to people, singing to people, and then I wanted to do something else. So we go with that flow. My passion, the ability to just stay curious, stay within the energy that lifts you the most, that serves others, if that makes sense. Stay in the energy that lifts you the most, that you see lifts others. So in other words, if I feel really good about what I'm doing and I see that you're getting results, or that even our conversation over coffee is fun and we are enjoying that energy, then therein lies my passion. When did that happen? I think that happened when I was like 2. However, professionally, I would say that I decided to make it a business and to coach about 6 years ago. I'd been coaching my whole life. I didn't realize it. And I want to bring this out to all the amazing divas out there. You do so much. Give yourself credit. All these achievements that happen during your day, girlfriends, you are genius, you are smart, you've got so much going on. And really, this is, I am living my passion in this moment, sharing with others the beauty that they are. And for business, be courageous, be quietly confident. We are not competing, we're collaborating. We are not men, we are women. And it doesn't mean that you have to be loud, but you do need to speak up. Learn to stand in your integrity. Understand that, and I want to say this, I feel my faith is so strong that even in my down moments, I thank God, because it's lessons learned. It's the ability to come and have a conversation with you or anyone on so many different things. And for business, it's important to have a growth mindset. It's important to know what makes you feel good. It's important to know how the people you're with feel. I find focusing on others makes life easy.
I love that. Love that. You have said so many amazing nuggets in the past couple of minutes. One of those that I love, what you said at the outset, was stay curious. Have that ability to stay curious. And that's really so essential, because then you brought it back full circle to having that growth mindset, because when you're able to stay curious, then you're open to learning, you're open to growing. So that's where the growth mindset is, where you no longer feel, or you don't feel as if you have achieved enough, or there's no place for growth. So I really, really love and appreciate that. And then another point that you mentioned, Madeline, is being courageous and learning to stand in your integrity. So many times I think as women, we feel that if we stand in our power, stand in our integrity, it's as if we are trying to be masculine or trying to be who we are not. But no, that should never enter into our minds, or if that is coming from our culture or background or cultural upbringing or our background, we should eliminate that belief, get rid of that belief, because really as women, we have an opportunity to stand in integrity. In fact, that's what's going to draw clients to us. So I honor and appreciate your really stressing those points and talking about that.
Thank you so much. I think that, you know, learning to be in integrity with myself has been a lifelong project that will never end, because often when we stand in our integrity, we stand alone. So you need the courage to be able to know we come into the world alone, we go out alone, and there's nothing to fear when you have something to say. It's the limiting beliefs, it's the boundaries that we set upon ourselves or that we don't set upon ourselves. So I want to bring also to the conversation is the joy of being able to say no to things. The joy.
Tell us about that.
Yes, the joy of being able to say no. So may I share a little story with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when I started working really hard in my business, I'm sorry, the alert came on.
That's all right.
Somebody was kidnapped. Oh, anyway, and that's another thing, like right there, things happen. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to happen. It is not your fault. Get away from guilt, shame, and all of that. So just do.
Yeah, perfection paralysis. Nope, we just go with the flow.
You have to go with the flow. So societally, we are in a stage right now where women are listened to more. Also, women are learning that we are a big part of this change. The masculine and feminine are two integral parts of who we are, whether we are in our personal or professional life. And as we are the same as humans, we do have differences of male and female. So I really apologize. It is important that when we stand in our own integrity, we do it with grace, that we do it with kindness, we do it out of choice, and we are compassionate about other people. And I find that, yeah, I find that in business, this is a huge step to take and feel comfortable with. So it's about moving those boundaries and understand your boundaries are yours and they are flexible. You can move them as often as you want. You have control. Only you are the person that guides your mindset. Only you are the person that can create a fabulous business that you enjoy. And fabulous doesn't have to mean that you're driving a Lamborghini. Fabulous means you wake up and you're like, thank you, God, I got another day and I'm going to go do something I enjoy. Or for many of us who are solopreneurs, self-employed, entrepreneurs, if you scheduled it in, if that's what you want to do, maybe you could go read a book under a tree, but own it. If that's what keeps you in integrity, own it. The point here, we are all the same, but yet we are all unique.
Absolutely. I love that. We are unique. And so for you, knowing that what you have shared with us, it's all a part of who makes you, Madeline, who makes you the unique person that you are today, that you can share your gifts with others. How would you say, you touched on it, but how would you say that this passion that you've had, and I like how you refer to it as selfish generosity. I haven't heard that one before, so I'm going to add that one to my collection.
Good.
So how have you used this passion to impact others? You do have clients, so share with us if you have a short story that you can share. If not, just tell us how you use that passion to impact your clients.
I have a great example. So in 2020, as we all shudder at the sound, I went into my zone and I was online every day, sometimes twice a day, because my heart told me people are afraid. People don't know what's going on. And they need a safe space. All of this just downloaded. And I took my passion and my microphone and videotaped myself every day live to help and impact the people that were feeling afraid, chaotic, thinking that the world was caving in on them. Yes, there were tragedies and we have suffered losses. However, when it gets that difficult, and this is something I learned from my father, who survived World War II, always trust in yourself. So when I felt that people needed a safe space, I just went into passion mode. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And I would get messages and my phone would ring. And every day I would just go out there and express what I was feeling. I'm an artist. I sang for so many years. I draw and I love to speak and I love to share. So that creativity in me is that passion. That's a part of that passion. It's that creativity, that curiosity, and that growth mindset that if I feel like it, I'll research how many gills are on a fish just because I want to know what's going on in the world. And that doesn't mean mainstream. Okay. And I don't applaud mediocrity because, ladies and gentlemen, you are so amazing until you understand your value when you get the fact that the power that you have truly is simple. What do you like doing? It's simple, but it's not easy. And I know that. So you've got someone like Yvonne who is paramount in putting good messages out there for you. Listen to the people that converse with her. Listen to the interviews And ask yourself, if I were asked that question, how would I answer it? And ask yourself, what questions do I have about myself? We are so inundated with social media that sometimes we water down our integrity. Once we water down our integrity, we lose who we are. I am adamant, and this is why I did the videos during 2020, that's this story. It's because I really am selfishly generous and adamant about, especially women, feeling good about yourself. Feel good about who you are. You don't have to have lips like sausages because you want to blow them up to look like a celebrity. You don't have to have the big booty. You don't have to have anything other than what you have, who you are. You were made perfect in God's eyes. So how can that be further perfected? It can't. Dig deep within you, ladies and gentlemen, you are so powerful. As I reach more and more decades in my life, the power gets stronger. I want you to feel your power. So that passion in 2020 for me was definitely something that I loved. And it brought more connections, it brought business, it brought people together. I saw smiles, there were questions answered. It was a whole experience. It was a whole adventure. And my curious side was getting full. And I saw other people feeling, even for a moment, better about their day. And some of those people are clients today. And many of them are friends. So for me, I want you to understand that no matter what you do in life, because there was nothing so special about that. Anyone could do it. It's a decision. It was the choice. Focus on other people. It makes your life easier. And when it's time to focus on you with enormous self-love, with enormous self-care, loving yourself because you put the oxygen mask on first. Ladies and gentlemen, go for it. This is not about arrogance. This is not about push. This is about being in the zone with your spirit, with your health, with your money, everything. And I don't believe in balance. I believe in harmony. Yvonne, harmony is always moving, always evolving. And when it moves in tandem throughout our personal and professional lives, it's amazing. It's the magic that God wants us to feel. It's the joy that we are supposed to feel as human beings. So yes, all through 2020, I was so generously selfishly generous, and it just turned me on. I had a blast, and I want you to have fun with your life. Believe me, I've been there. I know it. I've been through depression. I've been through the whole 9 yards. We are warriors, and ladies, you are so amazing. I call people divas, the divine, intuitive, valuable, and able women that you are. We're not used to giving ourselves accolades. We're not used to saying we are wonderful. Say that, you're wonderful. You're amazing. You're here for a reason, just to be you.
Wow, Madeline, that is awesome. That has been amazing. Today, ladies and gentlemen, if you came in after we started, our guest today, or my special guest today, is Madeline Faiella. What Madeline shared today is worth listening to over and over. I would say at least 2 times. She shared some amazing nuggets. one of the things that I love about Madeline is that we have a similar mantra. My mantra is focus on relationships, the money will follow. And for Madeline, she is an ardent believer in building those relationships. And what she just shared about how she was able to be in her wording, to be selfishly generous during 2020, I can remember her going on Facebook sometimes twice per day. And I know this benefited her as she was helping other people, whoever wanted to tune in, whoever wanted to listen to her show, whoever wanted to join her. They were getting benefit, but as she shared the information, she was also being benefited, inspired, stimulated mentally at a time when people were just so down, but becoming more others focused so that she took away the anxiety and the stress from herself, knowing that she was helping other people. So again, Madeline, I want to thank you for being my guest today. Again, everyone who hears this one time want to hear it again, or make sure that you're sitting with a pen and paper, because Madeline shared really great thoughts for both men and women. So Madeline, before we wrap up, if anyone wants to connect with you further, how can they do so?
First of all, thank you so much, Yvonne. You know, I just love sharing space with you. I want to thank your audience and know that I love you all with my heart. If you want to reach me, it's very simple. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just pop in Madeline and the last name, F as in Frank, A-I-E-L-L-A. Very simple. And if you want to reach out to me, I have something for you. Just email me at creativemindset@comcast.net. I have an exercise that I love to do. This works on projects. This works on relationships. It's called a brain dump worksheet, has all the instructions and everything. And this is a gift that I would love to give you if you so desire. So email me, reach out, DM me. I am all over the place.
Thank you, Madeline. Did I spell your last name correctly? F-A-I-E-L-L-A?
Yes, we decided we'd take all the vowels except for Y.
Okay, so your Madeline Faiella on Facebook. Email is creativemindset@comcast.net.
Yes, very simple.
And that is the brain dump worksheet. I'm posting that in our chat here. Well, again, my friend, thank you so much for being here. I hope with all the glitches we had and the challenges we had, I hope the recording comes out beautifully, because I would hate to lose this. It is so very beneficial. And thank you for sharing your everyday passions. This is Yvonne A. Jones. Thank you for joining me today. And for those of you who will be listening to or watching the replay, please put a hashtag in the comments and say replay, and any questions you have from Madeline, her information is right there. Thank you again for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye, Yvonne. Thank you, love.
You're welcome. Bye now.